What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Your boy icjosh. We here with another video that we have not done in a long time. You don't see videos that much, more streamings. By the way, if you're new to the channel, you like to see, subscribe, turn on notifications, because we do more streams and videos. But we do have a crazy trip down memory lane video for you guys, because we do have a post over here from if I'm butchering it, I know it's French, I think, but if I'm butchering it, the Reddit post is from Da La Fure, and it's either that's either German or French, but either way, they got the history of the global Dokkan Battle shaft. I know you're gonna see all these videos probably posted up and everything, everyone sort of re-educating you, especially all the global mains and stuff like that. So you're going to be able to see all this is going through, and I'm gonna give my intake on a lot of things that sort of happened at that time, just going back and reliving sort of those things with this. So if you guys are new to the channel, again, you heard what I said, subscribe, turn on notifications. Now play the intro. Alright guys, so we are back over here, and I just want to go ahead and say, I know you're not used, well, you're not used to me, not having, I guess, anything down here, floating up in here, but don't worry about it at all. So we do have the history of Global's Dokkan Battles, biggest shafts, and well, so we're going to start this off with one that's pretty good here. Actually, let me go down a little bit so we can get this in focus a little bit more. That should work here. All right, so we have 2016 going all the way back to 2016. This was pretty much I think this was taken around Global's first year anniversary, because it has the post over here down under me of July the 16th of SSR's rates at 5% and then at 7%. And yeah, you can see a lot of character roles and stuff like that through here, and then stones used. I think they used more. Actually, I think they used. Yeah, he used way more stones with the 7% on there. But yeah, it talks about the total cost of money that it would be and all that stuff for all the different counts that he did. So pretty much going through this again. So it's 2016 lowered and inconsistent rates. If you were playing back then in the day, I think this is when I think before they introduced guaranteed SSRs in multis. So yeah, the dark days of Dokkan Battle, where singles were king, and that's pretty much all people did. If you were doing multis, it was sort of looked down on, like, what, you're doing multis and all this stuff, where you're like incredibly rich in the game, because it wasn't that free to play friendly all then and stuff like that. So gacha games didn't have to reveal summon rates during this time, which meant Akatsuki could toy around with the rates with each banner, which again they did. The users by the name of the Laughing Man published summon rate details for each banner by using bots and testing banners thousands of times to see the official SSR rate for each banner in his findings. So if this sort of right there at the beginning doesn't tell you a little bit about how sort of things are, let me just bring you up to speed currently right now in 2021. So myself, I do giveaway accounts where it's botted and stuff like that, and we just use all the stones in the game. There's no cheating or anything going on. It's just pure botting, no cheating, and you go in and you summon, and then I give that account away that has either all the units on the banner or whatever, just whatever's on that account we give away. So whatever banner is live at the time and stuff like that, we do that. And I'm personally not the only person as a content creator that does it. I know other content creators do it as well. It used to be a lot bigger than it was before. Well, now it used to be a lot bigger and a lot more people would do it, but now people sort of getting away from it a lot. But that's pretty much what we do on there when we do that. It's for me to show people that are summoning on the banner currently that you can see the rates. And again, it is RNG and stuff like that, and RNG is just another term right now pretty much for slot machine. In all seriousness, that's what a slot machine is. It is just randomly generated. You know, it's random generated number. Like you pull a slot machine, and if for anyone that's over the age of 21 that's ever been to a casino that's played a slot machine, you know you can sit there for hours on end feeding a slot machine and not get anything, or barely. What you're probably going to see the most is it's just going to every now and then pay you out a little bit to keep you playing in the game. And that's what Dokkan Battle still is. I mean, it's like you can do singles and get crazy stuff just as fast as you can get, you know, multis and pull the units in multis. Like there's this whole statistic of summonings of singles versus multis is absolutely ridiculous, because let's be honest here, majority of the times when you do a multi on a banner, you're probably going to get a unfeatured unit that is either very old or probably somewhat spicy in terms of new stuff, but your odds of getting the guaranteed SSR unit being something that you don't have is incredibly low. Like you're going to get something that you already have, and it's probably going to be an older like first year game, like right when the game first came out, first year SSR. That's pretty much what it's going to be. So the whole notion, I just want to kill that notion right now, because everybody's like, oh yeah, doing multis is better. No, it's really not. Like it's straight up a slot machine. That's like saying you go to a slot machine and you put in $100, and because you put it into it, just because you put $100 in, you're guaranteed to win more. That is not the case. If you've been to a casino, you've seen someone probably feeding a machine like for a countless amount of times, being on that one machine just feeding it, and then get up and then someone else go on the machine and instantly win like first one or two pulls down. It happens a lot in all seriousness, and this is a glorified gacha, like it's a gacha game. It's a glorified like just Dragon Ball Z themed slot machine. It just conveniently has other content around the game. That's it. So singles versus multis, it doesn't matter at all. Just putting that out there. The whole notion in the community of it being something that does matter is ridiculous, by the way. So the global rates have been again lower from 7% to 5% for all banners without any notice in late July, while banners were still out. So again, this was in July. This would be whenever Gogeta came out. And if you remember, you know, Rhyme Style back in the day, ripping his shirt from pulling Gogeta, and then the absolute utter nightmare of summoning on this banner back in the day was, it was really bad. Really bad. And that's just, oh my god, that's just 2016. So going over to 2017, when we had the to be released issue, and this was the Gogeta and Omega Shenron that we had for the download celebration, what they normally used to call them, by the way, not worldwide celebration, but it was more download celebration. They were proud of those downloads. We actually got both of them before they honestly had leader skills, and that's why we had the to be released at the top of it, because you know they weren't out. The leader skills weren't out. We didn't have categories yet. Global Dokkan Battle was still behind, and we hadn't had the categories yet. So JP was like, they had categories, and you know that's what you got. Which again, like, you couldn't run these guys on their categories. You couldn't make the category because of them. So it was an utter shaft in all seriousness. Like, and I even got Gogeta. I didn't get Omega Shenron, I think, at that time. So matter of fact, till this day, I think I still only got either got one dupe or no dupes in Omega Shenron right now. But again, just to read this off again, Gogeta, Omega Shenron released with their leader skills being unusable. Their leader skills are read to be released. Follow the release of the units were Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku and Final Form Cooler, both which were leads or the respective types, which fell like a smack in the face. You know, their leader skills were later released in November following the 3.6.1 update. So yeah, on that one. 2018 Rose banner, incorrect sprite. On Rose's banner, the SR Sin Shenron that was featured had an incorrect sprite. People who summoned on the banner while the error was shown were not refunded stones, and only one dragon stone was given as compensation. Now, just at that part, you're gonna see down here how they actually like talk about this again. And if you can think of anything that also obviously popped up, it would be what the New Year's celebration, the step up banner with Ultra Instinct Goku, LR Ultra Instinct Goku, where everyone that summoned on it got a full damn refund, and we were compensated as well. Like, in my opinion, getting the refund was a big W. Like, everyone that summoned on it pretty much got to keep their cards and all that stuff. But you see how they handled that in 2018. Okay, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. It doesn't seem that long ago, but yeah. So imagine if that happened now on that banner, the amount of outrage that would happen. Similar issue happened on the JP version, where the Dokkan Fest, where the Dokkan version of Super SSJ3 Broly was in the banner picture. In that issue, everyone who summoned while the error was active got their stones refunded, and 5 stones were given out as compensation. You see how they handled that? They full refund back, and then 5 Dragon Stones compensation for everyone else. I mean, the 5 Dragon Stones is whatever. To everyone else, that's like a free single to everyone. But the fact that they got refunded all of their Dragon Stones on JP at this same time is ridiculous. So many can argue that global issue is deliberately worse, given that it is probable that it's a problem regarding a completely different unit on the banner, as opposed to a Dokkan and undokkan version of a unit. So pretty much what they're saying is that Broly had his banner there where he was Dokkan and stuff like that, instead of regular Super Saiyan 3 undokkan. So pretty much his TUR versus his UR art, and that was a completely different, which indicates was totally different from Sin Shenron there as well. So yeah, you can sort of see that. But then so I'm surprised they went 2019 with no huge shaft at all. But 2020, Saiyan Day, a global version. Akatsuki Akatsuki really wanted to have a dual celebration by deciding to not make it the same on both versions. On the global side of the Saiyan Day joint celebration, Global was given the middle finger, as the global version didn't receive Extreme Super Battle Road. This means that the global version didn't get an easy A and any kind, whereas the JP version got new content and an easy A. Again, that's a pretty shaft. So Barbershop update, very late. Global version, for literally zero reason, didn't get the Barbershop update until March 21st, this month. Barbershop update came out on JP in December 2019, over an entire year later. The 1st to 9th characters of the summon performed in each step, and round 1 to round 3. Yeah, that was for the step up issue right there. That was fixed. That's what they were talking about there. So yeah, this was the Barbershop update. Is really ridiculous, and it shows you how little they pay attention, because I seen where it's been JP Dokkan Battle, it still grosses more than global Dokkan Battle. And I think I seen that at the beginning of Truth's video where he's talking about that. And here's what I want to go ahead and say is the reason why that is. It's because you have a lot of the Western audience that plays the Japanese version of the game instead of the global version of the game. So if you had all the Japanese mains on global on Dokkan Battle on YouTube, if you had all of those guys that actually main global instead of JP, it would be a totally different situation on who is top gross. It would be a global side, because you would have all those guys in the USA buying thousands of Dragon Stones, spending thousands of dollars on the game monthly, collectively together, probably in not the teens of thousands, with every content creator spending money, which would probably automatically generate a top grossing just from the US of Android and iTunes, possibly right then and there, every banner that comes out. Think about that. Now you have all of them that play the Japanese version, so they're not spending either as much or probably not at all on the global side, because their main is the Japanese version. So yeah, that's a rebuttal right there, why I want to go ahead and say of why Japanese makes more money and stuff like that, which is so absurd to really even think about, because the Japanese, like, I mean, I get why everyone goes to Japanese and plays that version, because it gets treated obviously better, as you can tell just so far through this one. It does, but you know, not everyone can read Japanese, and you have to pretty much go through and do all the translation or wait for someone to translate to figure out what the units are doing and stuff like that all the time, when you just speak English or whatever native language that you speak that's not Japanese, and you know what the units are doing right then and there. It's a sort of thing if that's what you like versus if that's what you don't like on that one. But 2021 New Year's banner, LR Ultra Instinct Goku fiasco. The global version had a severe problem with the units summonable on the New Year's banner. Pretty much the game advertised LR Ultra Instinct Goku would be summonable when he ended up only being summonable on the last step of the last slot on the step of banner. So pretty much what that means, especially for some of you guys that are new that haven't been around for that one as well, is pretty much only on the LR spot at the LR tab. So it would be at the LR step, which is the last step on that guaranteed featured unit, that guaranteed summon, that guaranteed SSR, what I'm saying, on that would be the LR. And that's the only time he was able to get him. That's the only time you were, but he was advertised in all the steps, as in he would be there in all the steps. So just to let you know right there. So this occurred because especially LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku summon rate somehow got swapped with LR Ultra Instinct Goku, which if you were summoning by then and you got LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku a lot, yeah, and a lot of people did, that's what was happening there. The rates were switched out and all that stuff. This means if you were summoned on the banner prior to the issue being fixed, it was possible to get LR Ultra Instinct Goku in any slot except the guaranteed LR slot there, whereas other people who waited could get in a step one if lucky enough. Like, here's the thing, when this was actually fixed, I remember I did not summon at all on this banner because I was going to skip it, and then I was on stream and I pretty much was like, all right, I'll summon on it, and I ended up getting Ultra Instinct Goku, I think on the first step, if not the first. He was the first unit. He was one of the first units that I got after it was fixed too, by the way. So it was like they pretty much increased Ultra Instinct Goku's rates after it was fixed, like, because there's no way I'm gonna go first multi on here and do that like that all the time. No way. And it happened to a lot of people. It was either the first or second multi that they got Ultra Instinct Goku after they did it, because again, a lot of people got their pretty much everyone got their refunds for this one, because this was a huge issue and Bandai had to. If they would have handled this like they did in 2018, this would not have went well. There would have been a whole lot of lawsuits and stuff. So the fact that they really did increase the rates on there, which pretty much understandable. They can say that, they can be like, no, we didn't or not. I'm quite positive that they actually did. So the fact that this happened was pretty insane. on this one, and I know this is a lot of people's sort of recent thing, except for now that we've had the whole debacle now, well, that just passed about the pretty much the crashing, not being able to use support items and stuff like that in the game and everything, then have to be pretty much being force fed another update as well. We'll get into that because I think that was on here as well. But again, if you manage to pull Super Saiyan 3 Goku in any slot except the guaranteed LR slot, then you actually should have pulled LR Ultra Instinct Goku. So all those times that everyone went in and got Super Saiyan 3 Goku, you should have got LR Ultra Instinct Goku. So yeah, they did not reset the banner for anyone who summoned. They refunded all stones spent while the issue happened, 10 plus Dragon Stones, but left a major heartbreaker for anyone who really wanted LR Ultra Instinct Goku. So yeah, that was the biggest thing on that one, was because I remember talking about this and saying that it would be nice if they did reset the banner, but since they given a full refund, I was like, there's no way in hell that they're going to reset the full step up banner all 3 times, 600 Dragon Stones back, plus whatever you did on the other banner as well. There was no way they was going to do that. I was like, I hope that they would, but I didn't think that would never happen. And yeah, it didn't happen. Like it would be too big of a thing. It would be too big of a W, honestly. But it should have been the right thing to do. But this is Akatsuki, Bandai, you know, they had to be in there. They weren't going to do that. The refund was pretty much the biggest W for us and stuff like that. And then being able to keep all the LRs and stuff like that you got and everything was pretty good. So now we're talking about the no support item or world tournament. By the way, if you still don't know about this world tournament, it was supposed to be pushed back until I think April the 23rd. If I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to be pushed back way back. So, which left Global Dokkan Battle without a lot of stones and stuff like that, and all those rewards, which a lot of people was looking forward to, and getting another copy of pretty much the Elder Demon King Piccolo. Like everyone was really looking forward to this one, and it didn't happen. We still kind of got that little effect there, but it's tough. We'll probably move on and get other things, but let's look at this. 2021 no support items or world tournament. The global version received an update which caused the game to crash whenever a support item of any kind was used. This caused Akatsuki to postpone the world tournament, which means less Dragon Stones for Saiyan Day, and make certain events physically unplayable. This took a week to fix, and the compensation was a measly 10 Dragon Stones. Yeah, it was a measly 10 Dragon Stones. It took a week, and to be fair, it was a slap in the face because they didn't really handle this properly at all. I mean, before even putting out a notice about it at all, and addressing the problem, they just postponed the world tournament. And then on top of that, it took them days after that one, and they, in true Bandai Akatsuki just fashion, they just waited the whole weekend before they was going to do anything, and then they put out something pretty much right before Saiyan Day, not live stream, but that pre-recorded video went live. We was live when we seen it. They just put it out right before then, and it was sort of a slap in the face, because it was like, you're not getting extra Dragon Stones. We're only giving you this many Dragon Stones after we give you a forced update that puts you closer to JP Dokkan Battle. And then on top of that, JP Dokkan Battle currently just got another update to put themselves two updates ahead of Global Dokkan Battle again. And I said this when we got the update to fix Global Dokkan Battle, that they would give another update to JP just to keep that gap of updates, because they didn't want Global Dokkan Battle being so close to JP Dokkan Battle in terms of updates, because if they were planning on doing the Z update to JP first, then they'd be like, okay, well, we're going to do the Z update to JP first. And again, we don't even know how many updates we're going to be getting before we get to that version Z update. That's another thing. We do not know that. So for all we know, JP can keep getting updates until we get that Z update and it still be 2, maybe 3 updates ahead of us while they have that. And so we got to wait 3 updates before we even get that one. I would prefer that we get the Z update on both versions of the game, but I do not think that's honestly going to happen, and I'll be very shocked if it does. If it happens in a worldwide celebration, then it would have to, obviously, of course. But if not, and it comes out any other time, then I'm not hopeful that Global is going to get that update as well, seeing as we're be 2 updates behind each time. I don't see that. And I think that's the way they're sort of pushing this off currently right now. Unless JP doesn't get another update after this update, they don't get another update, which we'll see. But yeah, this is pretty much the history of everything right now. And like, if you go through the general story event releases, re-releases schedule, and EZA schedules, look at the events that took forever to release and re-release. Super Saiyan 3 Android 13 event released in April. It was not made available in the portal of memories and did not return until December. LR Super Saiyan Goku couldn't Dokkan due to this issue. JP version had the event and the portal of memories for months before he got to return. Dragon Ball Fusions, the Fuse Warrior, did not come back for over a year, and the medals were never added into the Barbershop until Global's most recent update. Assemble Warriors of Universe 6 didn't release on Global for 8 months. JP got this event with a new tech hit, whereas Global didn't. This meant that there was no way to grind tech hits super attack on Global for 8 months. So pretty much you were forced to pretty much use Kai's of any sort on that one. I do remember that one a lot. And then some EZAs take 3 to 4 months more or less to release on global version. Others take 8 to 9 months to release. Yeah, we're still looking at just events and stuff like that. We're like, are we gonna get this? Is that gonna happen? Like what are we doing? Like, we still have things that Global Dokkan Battle is such of a mess. And this is why I want to end off this video again by telling Akatsuki and also Bandai that I think it's time that you split up managing Global Dokkan Battle. I feel like they should bring someone else in that's credible as well to manage the global version of Dokkan Battle. Like, at this point, the updates can be the same. Like, that's fine. Like, Bandai oversees, updates coming through, and Akatsuki and all that, like, will issue and everything else. But I think at this point, they need to do that. Because if you're going to release units and stuff like that, I think if we're going to have, like, global first units and stuff like that, I feel like we should have global exclusives and stuff like that, and another company should take this in and do other different things. Because it's clear that JP is obviously going to be the poster golden boy of Dokkan Battle, depending, no matter what happens, it will be. And Global is just going to be stuck as the red-headed stepchild that's just going to keep getting pretty much just treated unfairly over and over. And no matter how many Dragon Stones, no money, whatever is put in the game, it doesn't matter. Like, it's clear. So I feel like we need another studio that's the global side that's going to actually do something and cater to Global Dokkan Battle and just fixing Global Dokkan Battle, pushing out updates, maybe changing a couple different things, listening to the community. It's been almost 6 years and they still don't listen to the community at all. So this is the reason why you don't see data download celebrations anymore. It's why it's called worldwide celebration, because they're not hitting those numbers anymore of people coming in and downloading the game and playing. If they had a live player base for how many people played this game, it would be so damn low. So low of continuous people, not people coming in on worldwide celebrations or, just anniversaries that come in and don't stay. Like, there's a lot of people that don't stay. A lot of people just dip out. So if they had an actual counter of how many people were on playing the games on both versions, there's no way it would be over 10 million, or I feel like I don't think it'd be 10 million active players. I don't, because if that's the case, this community would be bigger than what it is, because this is the biggest gacha game, but you know, content creators half the time struggle up views. It goes completely dead for countless weeks, like weeks on end, where there's nothing else to do. Especially if you've already done everything, there's nothing to do at all. So you're constantly looking at other things to do, or playing other games, or, you know, views for content creators go incredibly low. And that's why you always see everyone gaining so many subscribers and anniversaries, and also in worldwide celebration and stuff like that, because so many people are coming to the game at that point in time, subscribing, you know, liking and all that stuff, and then it fizzles out. And after the hype, a lot of those people are like, man, this game was so great right then, and now we're left with this. It's done with. So in my opinion, give it to somebody, give it to another company that's going to do global, because your track record is really bad. Really bad. The game got shut down in Belgium and other countries because of the slot machine. Like I've been saying, the slot machine stuff, it got shut down. It needs to change, and hopefully Z Update does change it. Really, I hope so, but I don't think that it'll change how Akatsuki handles the global side at all. So my last thing is just to give it to another company and let them go global, and let us be happy to not necessarily be 100% connected to JP Dokkan Battle all the time. And then at that point, you can do joint celebrations where it's literally global, where it actually feels like global versus JP. That would be great, because at this point, it's just global versus all the global players that play JP version and all the JP players. Like, that way it'd be like, okay, now you can pick which one you want and play and stuff like that. I'd be cool with it. But other than that, let me know in the comment section below if you guys remember all of these shafts or not. And especially if you're new or not, let me know in the comment section below. But have an awesome day / night for you guys at the world. Stay safe out there. God bless. And I'm out. Peace.